Going on, dudes and dudettes? So yes, a lot of USC news, a lot of other stuff where I'm trying to figure out because the Big Ten schedule, especially the future schedule of the Big Ten, recently came out like for the next 4 to 5 years. So I might do that in a separate video if there's not enough time after this stuff. But yeah, and there's also like a bunch of mock Chargers trades that I kind of did on fanspo.com, but yeah, we'll see if that ends up making it either. That might be its own separate video as well. But to start this off with the Chargers, yes, they did sign cornerback Asang Bassi. I believe that's how you say it. He was with the team once. I forget if he was undrafted with the team a few years back, or if I doubt they drafted him. But he was at one point on the team, and I forget if it was with Brandon Staley or not. But if it was, and it's obvious that they're bringing back in somebody that could help out in their scheme without having to teach someone brand new who might be better. So I don't know if they're really going to make a trade to help them out, because they did end up getting some, cap room relief after that trade of J.C. Jackson the other day. So they have about $6 to $8 million to work with, but who knows if they're really going to do that or not. So we'll have to wait and see. And then ex-Duke player Matthew Hurt, or Matt Hurt, looks like he's going with now, was recently playing in the FIBA under 23 years old 3-on-3 tournament, like World Championship, and they ended up winning, which is pretty cool. It's weird how, I think even in the Olympics too, they're going to be doing like 3-on-3 tournaments, and they've been doing it with with men's and women. So it's kind of weird, but probably have to get used to it if it's going to be an Olympic sport. But yes, his under 23 team did win the other day, so that's pretty cool for him. And the other day, USC football did offer the number 3 safety in the nation, Deontay Carter. I don't know if he's exactly at 2024. Sorry, Dante Carter. If he's 2024 or 2025, but either way, they're swinging for the fences and trying to get some of the top guys out there, especially with how bad their defensive coordinator is already. So I don't mind it as long as you get your name out there, and we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, either way, hoping to get this guy in the room or in the facility at some point in the near future. And then Caleb Williams right now is considered the number 1 player, at least betting wise, Heisman odds to end up winning the Heisman again. He was down. I think Michael Penix Jr., the quarterback from University of Washington, had jumped him last week or two, but he recently jumped back up after that performance against Colorado. So not that surprising, but even some more mock drafts that came out, recently, have Caleb Williams pegged as the number 1 overall pick to Chicago, which is kind of interesting just because they have Justin Fields, and he did play pretty well last night. But I don't know, people already want to switch him out and get the next guy, and then we'll see what happens with that. But they could do that, have both guys, and then decide at some point to trade one away, and then end up getting a nice haul, because a lot of people still like both of those quarterbacks. So either way, could be a very interesting future for those Chicago Bears. And one of the top cornerbacks at modern day in the class of 2025, Chuck McDonald III, is going to be visiting USC again this Saturday when they play against Arizona. So hopefully they put on a good show for him, because he is one of those talented players in that class of 25. And he is a local product, so you definitely have to put in a little bit of extra work for him. And they recently did offer a 2026 running back out of the state of Texas, Racine Gulori. Hopefully, I haven't not heard that name said yet, so I know I'm butchering it, but hopefully I'm somewhat close. But yes, they did offer him. Pretty sure he's not even ranked because it's a 2026 class, but at least they are still looking in the class. As of right now, Julian Lewis, the quarterback, is the top quarterback of that class, but there are rumors that he could jump to the 2025, but at least they're still, recruiting into the future along with his class of guys that he does know and is technically part of their grade, so he will be able to recruit them as long as he is still committed to USC. And USC recently offered an elite athlete so he could play both offense or defense in Koi Parrish. Hopefully I'm getting one of those correct. But yes, he said he's now considering USC, especially after that offer. Maybe he wasn't, and I don't know why they took him this long, and I still don't know if he is part of the 2024 or 2025 class, but if he's one of the elite athletes out there, it's definitely nice for them to be able to get in on their sweepstakes to maybe be able to get him on their roster in the future. And then, yes, I forgot to mention the other day that after USC did beat Colorado, they are now 17-0 against them. I think I had put up a post on Instagram saying that they were 16-0 and they hadn't lost, so I don't know if that was going to come back to haunt me if Colorado did end up getting the win, which they almost did. But either way, I still think that is a pretty nice stat to have over a team, especially since you've had to play them every single year since they joined the Pac-12 for almost a decade now. So it's pretty nice. So definitely happy about that stat. And one of those top transfer cornerbacks from like the JUCO college, the junior college area, Sione Laulea, is finally going to be announcing his commitment this Sunday, October 8th, I believe it is. It was like around 6:45 p.m. local time. So hoping that he will pick USC. I know a lot of reporters have been confident and that USC is confident, at least the coaches are, that they're going to get one of these defensive players, but that could be like a Jalen Harvey as well, who is going to be committing soon too, and some other guys also. So we don't know exactly who it is, but to get one of the top junior college players, especially on defense, to commit to the team, I think that's pretty good for them as well. And then Caleb Williams is leading the Power 5 schools, so maybe there is a person in Division II, a quarterback in Division II, or not considered the Power 5 schools that is maybe thrown more passing touchdowns, but Power 5 is what people mostly look at because you're playing against better competition, and he is leading that league or that part of the college stats as of right now in passing touchdowns. So congrats to Caleb. Obviously on a roll right now, especially after that last game, but hoping he can continue it tomorrow against Arizona. And a 5-star women's basketball player in high school, Avery Howell, I believe she's from the state of Idaho, recently committed to the USC women's basketball program, so that's cool. Nice to get in another 5-star. It did not say what year she was, but I'm pretty sure she's going to be coming in next year's class, not this year. So either way, if we lose Juju Watkins after 1 year, then it'll be fine because you got another 5-star player coming in, be able to help out and be able to score a bunch of points and help play make. So either way, pretty exciting news for the women's basketball team. The head coach, Lindsay Gottlieb, is doing a really good job recruiting and playing these girls a lot as well, especially really good down the stretch. So hopefully they will be able to put it together with a bit more talent this year. And then PFF recently said that Taj Washington, the USC wide receiver, is the only receiver, or actually player in college football right now that has 4+ receiving touchdowns. 4 receiving touchdowns of over 40+ yards. So I guess they didn't count the stat towards like rushing if you rushed over 40, but either way, it's still pretty impressive, especially for a guy who plays mostly in the slot and is a bit, has a bit of a smaller frame as well. But like I said, he's one of those secret guys in the draft that I'm hoping the Chargers do end up looking at and end up drafting on their team, because he's just a guy that definitely the type of guy you need, and pretty sure he could eventually jump into like a punt return, kick return role as well, even though they don't really need it with Darius Davis. But I would think Washington is still more of an upgrade at receiver compared to Davis at this point of their careers. And yes, like I said in the beginning of the video, I will maybe add on something. I'm going to record these separately, so we'll see if I end up making it all together. I probably will do it separately. But yeah, look forward to the Big Ten schedule announcement that recently happened for USC in their future. They have a lot of crazy matchups, especially like in 2026, because I think that year they're already playing Fresno State and at Ole Miss that year, and a lot of the teams that they're going to be playing is crazy as well. So I'll get into that in another video. And yes, the Chargers mock drafts, I'll most likely do that separately as well, because I did get like over 10, so I'll be able to do a little separate thing as well. So yes, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know what y'all think. Have a great day. Bye, if I don't.